Alright, once again, hello to everybody out there in the land of YouTube. My name is Jonathan McAdam. I am the owner, designer, creator of Start Arts channel and Start Arts brand. I just wanted to come on and do a bit of a message. I am a recovering addict. I've been in recovery for 8 years, and basically what I want to do with this channel that you're going to subscribe to is do my best to spread whatever hope and inspiration out there into the world that I can. I've been through a lot of hell, and because of that hell, I have overcome quite a bit, and all of that is due to me just basically surrendering to the power of God and just trying to do my best to live in accordance to that will, as opposed to continuously doing my own thing. Basically, what I wanted to do today is talk about, replacing fear with faith. The world is going through pretty trialsome time right now, and a lot of that is producing an immense amount of fear. And fear produces more fear. And, fear can go one way or another. Typically, it goes one way and not the other, but fear can bring us together, or fear can divide us and keep us apart. But ultimately, if we choose faith, if we choose love as opposed to fear, then that is what will bring us together. And love will produce more love, faith will produce more faith. And, I've said in other videos that I have no control over what's going on in the outer world. I can only control what is going on in the inner world of Jonathan, and the reality of what I want to choose to react to, and how I choose to react to things that I don't have control over. Yesterday, I'm not gonna lie, I got pretty upset, just due to the fact of, I try and live my life to grow on a spiritual level, to raise my spiritual awareness, to connect myself to the source of creation. And in the source of creation, there's an abundance of love, peace, comfort, strength, and so much more, right? And then I found myself being bombarded with social media and with everything that's happening in the world. And it's like, I don't have a TV. I don't have a TV for a reason. I want to keep my eyes focused on the things unseen, right? Because I know God's love is going to last forever. I know that is what I am here for, is to embrace and to learn and to apply those principles. Not to come here and be caught up in the fear and the lies and the manipulation of what the world and the system wants to force feed us, right? It's like, I want to choose, to live in love and to live in light and to live in truth, and do my best to abide by God's principles, which allows me to have peace, right? And then I just found over the past few days that I've just been, my spiritual consciousness has been attacked, my mind, starting to be hacked and manipulated and brainwashed, right? And then so I got a little upset, and then I had to come back to my reality, I had to look to God, and I had to pray to my source, and I had to ask for forgiveness. I had to ask for strength. I had to ask for guidance. I needed to surrender, to the spiritual essence of who I am, not the fleshly bombardment of what's happening. You know, I have no control over that. You know, God always tells us to keep our eyes focused on His kingdom. Focused on His truths. To live in the world, but to not be part of the world, to not conform to the world and the world's fears and the world's desires, but to be transformed by the renewing of your mind, to be transformed by the spiritual essence of love and of truth and of righteousness. And in righteousness and in love and in truth, there is no fear, there is no hatred, it is only an abundance of peace, surrender. There's a song from Hillsong, I Surrender, and it's one of my favorite songs because I do live in a world, I do live in the material world, in the matrix of what is, but that does not mean that I need to live in that world on a conscious level. God has already told us that the kingdom is within, that the kingdom is already inside, and it's up to us to acknowledge it, to recognize it, to open our eyes, and to accept it, and to hear that every single day God is speaking to us. Even amongst the trials and the tribulations and the pestilence, and the disease and the earthquakes and the wars, even in all of that, God is within you. He is your strength. He is the one that is going to give you the power that you need to overcome it. So I need to, I don't tell anybody they need to do anything. We are given free will in this world. You are given choice into how you want to react to everything. I'm given choice to how I want to react to everything. But along with that, I choose to live in faith. I choose not to live in fear. I'm still going to live my life. I'm not going to completely disconnect myself from social media. I mean, I do have Start Arts brand, and and I do have a message. I was looking at this yesterday. I was looking at myself and really just wanting to block myself, from going onto Facebook and Instagram and everything like that. But then if I did that, I would silence my voice, and then I looked at myself and I'm like, that is fear, that is the devil wanting me to not, be socially active and express my voice and my views. And if I were to do that, then I would allow fear to win. And I can't. It has to be love. Love is the one that conquers all. So I just ask you to go out today and every single day and have faith, have hope, pray for one another, be there for one another. Don't let fear take us and drive us apart from each other, but transform that fear into faith, and allow it to bring us together and not to divide us, right? So that's basically my message today, and I really hope you guys loved it. If you loved it, you can subscribe to Start Arts, StartArtz, and you can go check out my website, www.startarts.com. Yeah, did I say subscribe? You could. If you got some value out of this, it's just kind of hit home, then put a like, share it out there in the world of the internet. It is a world of its own, and I just send a lot of love to everyone out there, I send a lot of strength, send a lot of power, encouragement, and keep on seeking what is right and what is true. You know? In these days that we are living in, God has already told us about them. You know? Recognize that the Spirit of God has never left. You know? The Spirit of creation can't. But we have been given free will, whether or not we're going to accept or reject that truth. So, choose today, if you so choose, to accept that love that that God has for you, to accept His presence that is within you, to be in His kingdom when everything else seems like it's falling apart, and also recognize that maybe it's not falling apart, but maybe it's actually falling together. Be blessed on this day and every day. Namaste.